हेलो स्टूडेंट्स एंड वेलकम। आज का हमारा जो टॉपिक है दैट इज ओवरव्यू ऑफ सेल्स. सो दीज आर सम ऑफ द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स व्हिच वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी अबाउट द सेल्स. सेल्स, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, जो भी सेल्स होते हैं, द लिविंग सेल्स, दे आर ऑलवेज enclosed by a membrane that is called as plasma membrane. You can say this layer as a cell membrane also. और ये जो plasma membrane होती है, it is made up of lipid and protein. That is why we call them it is lipoprotein. नेक्स्ट, सेल के अंदर जो कंटेंट होता है, इन द सेल देयर इज प्रेजेंस ऑफ द न्यूक्लियस, देयर इज प्रेजेंस ऑफ द ऑर्गेनल्स लाइक द एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम, गोल्गी apparatus, lysosome, mitochondria. All these are the organelles which are present inside a cell, and the cytoplasm. So all three things, they form the protoplasm. So protoplasm actually it consists of the cytoplasm, the nucleus, and the organelles. These all are present inside the cell. So the protoplasm, it consists of the water, it consists of the organic and inorganic substances. Even all the membrane bound cell organelles, they are also present in the protoplasm. So they are not allowed to survive alone, they are always present inside the cell. That is why they are able to survive. Next, inside a cell there is a most important thing, that is the genetic material. It is the one which is controlling all the activities which are taking place inside the cell. So this is how the cell functions. And here the cell, it is the one which is having the nucleus. So the nucleus, it is able to regulate, it is able to do the homeostasis. That is, it maintains all the activities, it maintains all the content which is present inside a cell. So this is how the cell, it remains alive. Next, even the protein formation, it is taking place inside a cell due to the nucleus, because nucleus is the one which is having the DNA which is controlling all the activities in a cell. So even the protein formation, it takes place inside a cell, and this is how the metabolic functions takes place. जो भी protein synthesis होगा उससे ही जो है there is formation of the protein, and it will give rise to the enzymes, it will give rise to the hormones. So the enzymes are the main thing which is going to involve in the metabolic reactions taking place inside a cell. So this is how here the protein synthesis also takes place role in determining that what should be the cell structure, what should be the cell form. Next, each and every cell, here they arise through a kind of a cell division. So each and every cell, they arise from the pre-existing cells only. And here there is always a transfer of genetic information. There is always transfer of genetic information through one generation to the next generation. Suppose ये जो cell है, this is a parent cell. So if we take an example, that this the very first cell which we are talking, this is a parent cell. This parent cell nucleus, it is going to divide into two. The nucleus, it is going to replicate, the DNA is going to replicate, and further here the nucleus, division is going to take place, and later the cytoplasmic division takes place. So this is how the two daughter cells are formed from the one parent cell. So here this is how the flow of information is going to takes place from parents to the offspring. और हर एक सेल का जब हम प्रोटोप्लाज्म देखते हैं, प्रोटोप्लाज्म मतलब द न्यूक्लियस, ऑर्गेनल्स एंड साइटोप्लाज्म, हर एक सेल का जो प्रोटोप्लाज्म होता है काफी हद तक सिमिलर ही होता है. एंड सेल्स, बट दे कैन डिफर greatly in with related with the size, with related with the shape and number of activities. If we talk about some examples of the cell which are so much having variation between them, is like the mycoplasma. It is the smallest cell and its length is about 0.3 micrometer. Next, like the bacteria, its size is like 0.3 to 0.5 micrometer. Then comes the this another cell, like the egg of ostrich. It is having a size of about 18 centimeter. Then if we talk about the RBCs, RBC's main function is to transport the gases, that is in the blood, transportation of carbon dioxide, transportation of oxygen, it is done by the RBCs. So it is seen in multicellular organisms. Like if we talk about the human, so the diameter of the RBCs is about 7 micrometer in diameter. Then next is about the nerve cells. It is the longest cells which can be of the length of 1 meter also. So there are various shapes of the cells it is found. So each and every cell they can vary with from one another. Why? Because they all are having some different functions, they all are performing different functions. That is why there is so much variation seen in the cell. So there are some cells which may be of disc shape, there are some cells which may be of column shape, there are some cells which can be of cube shape, there are some of the cells which are of polygonal in shape. Polygonal in shape means the cells which are having many sides. There are some cells which are kind of a tubular in shape, triangle in shape. There may be oval. Some cells may have some irregular shape, or some cells may be of kind of a columnar in shape. If we talk about some more cells, the largest cell that is seen in the plants is seen in the ovule of the cycas plant. So there are some factors which govern the size of the cell, like the nucleocytoplasmic ratio. This ratio it is the one which is present between the nucleus and cytoplasm. किसी भी सेल में हो सकता है साइटोप्लाज्म का कंटेंट कम या ज्यादा हो. So that is why we call them nucleocytoplasmic ratio. कभी न्यूक्लियस का साइज ज्यादा हो सकता है साइटोप्लाज्म का कम, कभी साइटोप्लाज्म का ज्यादा हो सकता है न्यूक्लियस का कम. So it may vary. Even the ratio of the cell surface to the cell volume ratio it may differ. Even the rate of metabolism can also differ. कुछ कुछ cells होते हैं जिसमें metabolic rate ज़्यादा होता है, कोई कोई cells होते हैं जिसमें metabolic rate कम होता है. Next, there are some cells which constantly change their shape. That is why we call these are variable or constantly changing shapes. Example के तौर पे अगर हम बात करें like the protozoans, like the amoeba, these are the one who constantly change their shape. And even the leukocytes. Leukocytes जो WBCs हैं ये भी constantly अपनी shape को जो है change करते रहते हैं. Then next comes the cells which are called as fixed shape cells. So ज़्यादातर जो भी cells होते हैं they all are having fixed shape of cells. उनका जो shape है हमेशा ही constant रहता है life span, पूरे life span तक के लिए. जैसे कि कुछ कुछ cells हैं जैसे कि पेरिमेशियम है, कुछ यूग्लेना है. Even some cells like the plants, animals, their cell shape it remains constant for a long period of time through the lifespan. And here जो चीजें जो हैं इस सेल को फिक्स्ड शेप में रखती हैं दैट इज द प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन. एंड इवन सम साइटोस्केलेटल स्ट्रक्चर्स, जैसे हमारी बॉडी को सपोर्ट करने वाला हमारा स्केलेटन है वैसा ही सेल के अंदर कुछ साइटोस्केलेटन स्ट्रक्चर्स हैं जैसे कि माइक्रोट्यूब्यूल्स, माइक्रोफिलामेंट, इंटरमीडिएट फिलामेंट, जो कि हेल्प करते हैं एक सेल के शेप को कांस्टेंट रखने के लिए. सो दिस इज हाउ all the organelles and nucleus they remain at a particular location inside a cell. So there are a number of cells like the cuboidal cells, like the squamous epithelium cells, upper layer of epidermis, and thyroid follicles. So all these cells are kind of a cube shape, so we call them cuboidal shaped cells. Next there are some columnar shaped cells जैसे कि the cell lining of intestine. Some of the cells are disc shaped like the RBCs. There are some cells which are spherical in shape like the egg. There are some cells which are spindle in shape like example of a muscle cell or even the sperm cells. There are some cells which are elongated like the nerve cells. There are some of the cells which are branched like the pigments or you can say chromatophores of skin. So this is how it was the overview of cells, and this is how the video ends, and thank you very much.